I'm
not a crook.
Well, let me ask you, let's go back to Stephanie. You said a minute ago, you think that Pete should do anything about this comment that he wants soldiers to die for his amusement? What would you do what would you tell Pete Stark to do in this? Should he apologize to the president or not?
No. When the president apologizes for taking us to war on faulty intelligence and lies, and for the amount of people that got killed because of that, then Congressman Stark should apologize. Absolutely, what he says went over the line, and it gives you guys, the Republicans, an issue, and other right-wing tools like you, Chris.
Like I'm a right-wing tool.
Wow.
You must be doing your job, because I heard someone on Fox call you a liberal yesterday. So I guess you must be doing your job. But to me, it fills the news cycles with this instead of Iraq, right? Which is the real issue.
So let me ask you, didn't we invite you on to talk about this?
Yes.
Well, why did you come on if you don't want to talk about it?
I do want to talk about this. My point is that this has become the issue now, is Congressman Stark, and not
if you don't want to talk
so much in Iraq that we
look,
can't.
Stephanie, if you don't want to talk about something,
we don't
it's a
have
free
the money
country.
for healthcare.
But don't come on and say you don't want to talk about what you're talking about. You know, that's a problem, because
no, I didn't say I don't want to talk about it. I said
I'm a right-wing
tool. Is that they?
You know, that adds to the cacophony.
I was kidding.
No,
I was kidding.
I can't tell when you seem so serious. Mm-hmm. Are you serious?
I was kidding. No, my point is that I think the issue he was trying to make is very valid, that because we're spending so much money in Iraq, we don't have money for poor kids here in America. And so what happens is then they hand the Republicans and the media an issue that now this is the issue, is what Pete Stark said.
Well, you're not the only one that calls me a right-wing tool. By the way, Media Matters does it every day of the week, so nothing. Join the crowd.
I know.
Let me ask you, Kevin, what do you think should come about of this whole thing? Should Pete Stark apologize to the president? That's the one he insulted.
Chris, I want you and everybody else to ask fellow Democrats if they would support a congressional censure. And if
censure?
Censure. Why not? Condemning his acts. Do they approve of it? Censure him.
You mean like for having sex with an
resolution.
underage page, that kind of thing? This is on that level.
Yes, it is. At a time of war, certainly it is. And, Chris, the idea that people care about Iraq and they want Congress to do it, yes, that's why the Democrats are at 11%. The president may be at 24%, but Congress is at an all-time low. Nobody trusts the Democrats. So, I mean, we're on an even level.
I thought that people don't like the Democrats because the Republicans don't like Democrats, and the Democrats' voters are upset with the Democrats for not ending the war.
Well, if that's the case, then how come they...
What else what possible calculation could you make except for that?
Well, wait a minute, Chris, but if that's the case, then why can't they override a veto? Why can't they override a veto?
Because they don't have enough votes.
If that's the will of the American people, let's hear from the American people. It's not the will of the American people. They're not backing the Democrats.
Well, it takes 2/3 plus 1 to override a veto.
Right, if 74%...
The Democrats don't control 2/3 of the Congress.
Right, if Stephanie said 74% of Americans, are against this war, then they've got to pressure the Republicans to make it happen.
Crazy here. Anyway, last thought, Stephanie. I want to offer you that on behalf of the right wing.
You want to what?
Offer you the last word on behalf of the right wing. I want to give you.
Thank you. I think that the numbers show themselves, Chris. 75% of the American people are against this war, against this president, and absolutely feel the same way Congressman Stark did. There's a lot of high emotion out there, particularly yesterday over all this. Did he choose his words wisely? No. But, I'd like to see a little more passion from our congressman more often like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I don't like his words either, and I agree with all of you. I think his words were wrong. I disagreed, obviously, with the president on some of these policies, in fact, going into Iraq in the first place and questioning the whole thing. But, I don't think he's ever wanted to hurt an American in his life. I don't think he's an evil guy or anything. Anyway, thank you, Stephanie Miller. Thank you, Kevin Miller.